Hey everybody. Yo, yo, yo. I'm your local 1 minute trading scalper, and this is another YouTube channel of mine. There's this dude named Oracle. He's been really getting on it about trying to take down my YouTube channel. So if um my YouTube channel gets taken down yet again, I've gotten already 11 of my channels taken down because I was starting to take, I guess, the guy's clients or something like that. I don't know. I've just been out here trying to help people. And I did have an excellent run in January, February, and March. And yeah, my YouTube channel just got taken down. So if you are looking for it, you can just go to cocoscope.com and Vimeo. And I think Cocoscope, you can actually find it. But the name of the channel is called The Crypto Facts, all one word, and you can find it on there. There's really not a way to take it down uh, on there. And if I do get personally there, I'm gonna have to just start taking legal action because this guy is sending out either fake accounts or some scams. And it's funny because I had given him a shout out in one of them, even though I thought his stuff is scammy because he says the words guaranteed or he says I never lose in a trade. That's just impossible. Even bots. Oh, I need to plug up my laptop. Even bots losing trades. But what the important thing is that you wind up with more money than what you started with, and you have a great um, return on investment where you try to go for a risk reward ratio. You look at probabilities when you look at trades and everything. So what I'm going to do is talk about all the things that I've been talking about, and you guys should have been seeing me on YouTube the last few months, but because my YouTube channel kept getting taken down, I mean, I'm starting from scratch yet again. So yeah, so I do have a Discord, and I know I like to say this later on. It's equivalent to $1,800 for a one-time fee. We do have like a monthly fee set up. I hate doing those, but if you are interested in a monthly fee, it's a few $100s a month, or you can just do a one-time fee of $1,800. We do have a 50% fire sale for the next 4 hours. So when this is posted up, it's going to be 4 hours after that. I'm sorry, you probably will see it later. It's for the halving, and plus, I just fill my bags. I filled my bags before because um, there are certain sites that don't do the auto deleverage thing that you can short on. I mean, I short on Bybit, BitMEX. Uh, Darn, I'm missing all the names. Bitseven, Binance, Futures, and other websites. So what I was trading on today was mainly Binance and Bitseven, and I did a little bit of BitMEX too. You're gonna need VPNs depending on if you're US and everything like that. Hey, you know what? You should follow your local laws. But if you are doing that, because I know people still do that, it's VPNs. I can, I guess I can post you up a link in the description. I really don't care too much about doing that. But if you are all interested in using the VPN and I guess get a little discount code too, just let me know and I'll update that in the links in the description box. But I called this out for weeks in advance about here. And actually, I just called this out even more recently about, I mean, just the halving and just being a great up disappointment. I call this the great halving disappointment. And let me bring this here. Here, this is the Bit7 trading chat. Where did I say this to? Welcome to the great halving disappointment. And I even called it that some other times. This is a profit that I made on a short on Bybit earlier. I shorted. Let me see. I want to show you guys a short that I did before. Look at this. Now, I shorted ETH at 214. I closed out today at like 160. I think it was like oh 05 on Bybit. Okay. Right here shows 757. I think I got like 742 or something like that percent profit. Okay. This is how you do it. Okay. This is how you do it. And I did that this morning, closed it this morning. This was a long that I took right after that, 188. I could have immediately longed. I mean, I didn't. Uh, so yeah, this is my own Telegram, Bit7, comma, Binance, comma, Bybit trading chat. I think it says Binance, t.me /Binance, Bybit, Bit7 trading. And you can find it there. And then it does have the cost of my Discord, which is $1,800 one-time fee. And if you want a consultation with me, which you do get the consultation room chat, here's my Discord right here, Consulate Warframe. I love Warframe, so I call it that. Consulate Warframe Pros plus 30% more information. You get that and personalized videos that are answered towards you and some voice chats, depending on if you ask questions or not. Within that group, I'm working on that. I've been trying to catch up on some things in other areas, but that is 5.5K. That's a 50% fire sale right now. Like I said, these are 4 hours. I guess to be fair, if you do catch it slightly after 4 hours, just because this is a new YouTube channel and I'm posting this back up, I think I can honor that. But you do email me at the crypto facts, and actually my email is below. Okay, so just go to my email below in the description. And if you want to find the description on the YouTube channel, you just click see more and you'll see my email. It's a Proton Mail email, and then you send it there, and I will get back to you about what those details are. But yeah, I've been calling this stuff out before. Okay, let's just take a look here. Let's take a look on what I've been saying. These are the trade updates. I got a general chat, an AMA, ask me anything, the rules where we talk about money, management, basically your trade management. You don't want to go over that. Academy and links. These are some videos that you watch. Here's another one that I just posted up today again, too, on Coco Scope. So you get those videos and cheat sheet and everything like that. So let's just make this a little bit bigger. And this is a private Discord, so you can't just come in here. I got it set to private, even though you know the name of the Discord. So this is something I put up there. I would like to purchase a dump on Bitcoin. And then you can tell I did it because I put a tag, the crypto facts, but whatever. So let's go back over here where I've been talking about the dump here. And actually, pump installing, but most likely breakthrough if BTC holds, blah, blah, blah. Longer term view, 2-week potential. BTC is massive, very far from in FOMO mode. But you know what? I don't feel it. I've been in this market for a few years, and this is the dullest. What date was this? What date was this? This was May 7th, okay? When we were still up, okay? May 7th. Today is the 11th. So BTC is right in a massive supply area. What you guys call resistance, I call supply. Support is the demand. It's more realistic to look at it like that. I'll get into details on another video, but I said, and we look to be in full quote unquote FOMO. Dullest pump I've witnessed. Same as the last one. Not to say we can't go higher, but this isn't a good sign to me. Y'all know I keep talking about shorts. So obviously a short bias. In the last few halvings, BTC dumped either the day after, blah, blah, about 20% ago. The halving is about Tuesday, but that date can change. Blah, blah, blah. I meant to say 21 EMA, not 12 EMA. Volume is pitifully low. Let me go to this chart so I can show you guys. Look, the volume was going lower as it went higher. Then it was this red candle that got rejected. Okay, this is a great sign. And by great sign, I mean, it was an obvious sign to show that it was going to dump. Okay. And I kept saying that this is a sell setup, this whole thing right here. Even the S&P 500, which Bitcoin is following through, barely up today. Okay. It's barely up today. It looks like it's in a local area. It's either going to have to pump here, but it's in a sell setup too. People are losing jobs and it's pumping. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. Now, Bitcoin here, Bitcoin deer here, right now was in a sell setup. You can see the same thing. I shorted from 10.3K up in here. And I can go back into my Discord and the site that I use, I shorted one at 10.1K at 100X, another one at 10X on Bybit, and another one 10.3K, also 100X. I got 5,700% on one. I got, hold on. Hold up, buddy. Okay, so I had to check a trade real quick because Bitcoin's dumping, and of course, you guys will find out I love shorting. Okay, so I'm in here doing more and more and more trades. So just making sure that I get my trade in, and we got the contract set. Yes, sir. There we go. So anyway, now it's at 56, 8,600 and so on and so forth. Yeah. So I said it's a dullest one. If we don't break 10Ks into the halving, I believe we dropped to 8.4K, if not lower. Everyone is getting cautious at 10K. 20% drop here is 7.9K. That's yet to be seen. We sell today, it needs to be today, blah, blah, blah. Daily chart, we're inside of this. As long as we are inside this giant freaking triangle I'm talking about, which is this on the daily chart, from 20,000 all the way down to these areas, we're still in a downtrend. And I guess this could be a large bull flag if you drew it from here, which that's the subjective part of TA, which I do not like, because it can also be a descending triangle. Now, I personally look at descending triangle, but I put this here for people that look at it as a more bullish thing. I look at those things as BS because Jamie Dimon said Bitcoin was tulip bulb mania or something like that. And then guess who the biggest buyer was? JP Morgan Chase. Then he came in January of that same of 2018 and said, yeah, this is the greatest trade of the decade or some junk like that. And guess what they did? They sold the bags backed. That was in September. If I'm not mistaken, that was September 24th of shoot. Now I got to do that stuff there. That was September 24th of that time, and yeah, and that dumped. That was the thing where everybody thought it was going to break 10K, back up to 12K and whatever. Yeah, remember this? September 24th. Yep, I got it right on the day. September 24th. I shorted that on the video. And if you guys need me to re-upload that, I will re-upload that. That was a great and wonderful day. You see 1,500% profit just from that video alone, not even including the 35%, 3,500% profit I had overall that day. And that was a live video. I remember I was in a hotel. I was supposed to have more money on there, and I had to trade what I had, and it was an exciting thing. So anyway, yeah. So I shorted here. I saw that this is a pattern. I'm a pattern trader. This trend line right here, these are for people that may need crutches. Is more effective on a daily to see those things though. But yeah, so this looked like this was a head and shoulders, and I said this in real time because it's one thing to say this and you see it already. That's what a lot of people on these YouTubers do. They say this, but I'm saying this ahead of time. Okay, you saw this ahead of time. Everyone, BTC interest has decreased. Halving is now moved from Monday to Tuesday due to low hash rate, blah, 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 or increased hash rate. Shorting alts again, ETH up, whatever. So I think this is where I did that. Or maybe I did another setup. Who knows? But yeah. Then I had somebody death threat me or some junk. It's the weakest. And yeah, so I'm updating this stuff all the time. Here's a general chat where people are talking about that. And we were in here partying. You got people in here, see 130% on a short. Let's go to the testimonials because people are using small sizes, big sizes. Yep. So this guy, he profited $861 when he shorted. This was on the 10th. There's some more, but people sometimes update them a little bit later because we had some more. I mean, this was just posted up. This was from the 9th, but it was posted yesterday. And so we had people yesterday that are going to post up. Then we had this guy, man, Crypto Naga, if that's how I pronounce that name. Man, steady coming in here with these huge profits, huge percentage gains. 325, I think another, let's go. It was another 150 today, at least on the short. Let's see. They're saying drop it. So yeah, let me go back to that because that's just like a long advertisement. Let's go back to and I'm trying to do this and show you guys that I said this before for one reason. You don't have my YouTube channel from before because it was taken down. And this is just to qualify myself so that you guys can see that I know what I'm talking about. Okay. I shorted this up here all the way down to, I had multiple orders, 5-2, 4-7, and then it was like 4-4 is where I closed them out. I had a 1500% in like 3 minutes when I did Ethereum Classic in February because it had a flash crash. I had just shorted it. I thought I was going to go higher, but I took a chance and shorted a little bit earlier with a smaller amount, 1500% profit. 75x. So they do limit you to like $130. I think that was a short of. You can do the math there. 1500 times, I mean, yeah, 1500% times 75x on, or 75x, 1500% on $130. Yeah. So a lot of my trades are a lot bigger than that, but with Binance, they do limit your sizes. So yeah, I profited well. So where are we going from here? Let's look at the weekly. Now, I'm a 1 minute chart trader. So maybe you're wondering, why the heck am I looking at the daily and the weekly? So what we do in the group, number one, is we look at the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily. Daily, we want to know some general direction. 1 minute is what we trade, and you never want to trade in the vacuum. So you use the 1 minute. I have a 2 minute set here, as you can see, and I do use that. The 5 minute. Okay, 1, 2, and 5. The 15 minute is for the 5 minute traders. You always want to look above and below, 2 above, 2 below. Okay. But since some people don't want to pay for TradingView, I guess the built-in one on Binance is 3 minute. And I think even on bitseven. So all you have to do is follow, here are the things: price, volume. So price on the candlesticks, volume, pattern of what it's showing, and velocity. How quickly is this being bought up or sold off? Okay. And then this trend line here is to give a crutch on how we are. Okay. Now you notice that in this downtrend, it stays roughly underneath it. And once it pops over, it stays roughly over. And when it's uncertain, it pops up and down, but it was still going slightly up. And you see the same thing. It went down. This was just a huge dump there. You had to have known that this was going to bark pattern. And that's so funny because if well, here it is. I think I just referenced it. Remember that bark picture I posted? Still valid. Okay. And this is what me talking about. Hey, when I feel it's right, because they were asking what's the target. And I said basically just below. That was the second time I entered another short earlier and everything like that. So yeah, these are just things to keep you updated. I've been posting up pretty good, to be honest. Let's go back to the bitseven trading chat where I was just posting up. If it bark, that would be lovely because we can still be in a downtrend. Bark back up to 9.4K or higher to satisfy the people that have a halving bonus. Yeah. So actually a great short setup. This is what I said earlier this morning at like 7 something in the morning. And it's so funny because I said it right before it happened, took out a short, 300% instantly. It kind of came back up. That was lightning quick. So yeah, and I said I'm plugged into the matrix. So I'm here to help you guys. I don't really do signals, but what I do is I teach you in this Academy and Links section where you can go and you can see the videos of stuff that I posted. And this is another Warframe one because like I said, I like Warframe. You can go in here, you can ask questions. This will be completely reorganized in a few days. And I've been saying that for a while, but because I moved from different places around and whatnot. But yeah, so this will be changed up in a few days. So you guys that are interested in that or that are listening from the Discord, this will be reorganized so it's easier for people to see. The rules section, this is where I tell you about the money management and not using over $10 in your trades per trade when you're just learning. Now there are people in here, just like the guy that posted, infantry. He posted up that he made 800 something dollars. He could not have used just $10 in his trade. That was, the math is just not there. The most he might have made on a $10 trade, shorting from that much, is about 150, because I think that was a 15% dump. Depending on, actually no, he would have had to have, yeah, 15% dump is allowed within that range that he said. He would have had to short or close a little bit lower. So, I mean, it's up to you whether you want to do it. I mean, $50 max is what I would use for a risk when you're learning to trade. Why would you gamble when you don't know if you're even good or not when you're learning? When you get the skills, you increase those. But when you get some of these big days, I have told people, hey, if you want to use a little bit bigger amount, go ahead and do that. But for the most part, you don't want to do that because you are risking losing your money. So we also have the AMA, the Ask Me Anything part here, where I said I'm going to make a video about that. Like I said, I showed you the trade updates. We got a mod channel. We are looking for that. Scam Blasters, where we do blast scammers out there. We do have Binance Futures trading, but we really don't use that. We also have a financial goals section. This is where we talk about things other than just trading. The FX market. Some people talk about high yield investment products, the hypes, which I really don't like. I'm talking about holding VeChain, Bitcoin, at least minimum. So if you guys want to come in here, you want to chat too about things other than just trading, look, we got this. Okay, we got this right for you. So yeah, I teach you how to trade. I teach you what to do, what to look for. I don't necessarily do live trading all the time. I do have a video just recently, me doing some live trades on Binance Futures. But for the most part, I'm teaching you about recognizing the patterns, recognizing when to get in and out of a trades, not to use FOMO, whether it's fear of missing out on a dump, fear of missing out on a pump, getting yourself stuck in a trade. We scalp. That means you're in and out in seconds or minutes. You don't be holding trades for hours. Sometimes we do that because we're doing a cross swing trading or intraday trading type of thing. You don't want to keep holding your trades for multiple days, because if you think about it, every day that you don't trade, if you're stuck in a trade, imagine that you leave money on the table. That means it's money that you cannot gain because you're stuck in that one trade. So let's say that you, on average, start to make $500, no, $1,000 a day. That's $365,000. Okay, that you make in a year. $1,000 a day profit if you were to average that. Some days you lose, some days you gain more, but you average $1,000 a day. What happens when you're stuck in a trade 2 days? Well, now you lost $1,000 because you don't have that. So you lost it 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, a whole week, 2 weeks, because there's some people that hold for 2 weeks, then they still close or they get liquidated. And you guess what? You've now lost $14,000 on top of getting liquidated or closing at a loss. Wow. That's a lot of money that you're leaving on the table. And if you make $100 a day, you lost 100 for each day. You stay in there 2 weeks, you've lost 1,400 US dollars. Now I'm saying US dollars and dollars here because there are people from all over the place. We got people from Mexico, we got people from India, Japan, China, Nigeria, the US, all over. We got people from Germany, the UK, you name it, in our group already. And so if you're interested in that and in learning and how to change your life, it's $1,800 one-time fee. We got a monthly fee. It's a few $100s a month. Okay. And you can always email me. My email is below if you want to find out what those are. Now, it's not a few hundred till you add up to 18. It's literally a continuous fee. If you're in here and it's already $1,800, it's not a split payment. That's not what we do for that. It's either you pay a one-time fee, you get it over with, or you pay the monthly fee. Now, if you pay the one-time fee, you're in there for life. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about if the monthly fee fluctuates and goes higher. Also, if it goes lower, I guess you would get advantage of that. But you do not You do not have to worry about that. And if I change over, like I was on Telegram, I went to Discord because it's just a lot more organized and a lot better. Okay. And in the future videos, we're going to talk about more of the direction. I got to look at this a little bit longer. We're going to depend on how this day closes. It closes in 3 hours and 17 minutes. Okay. And so we could definitely keep pumping. I am in abort. I am abort. Wow. I am in a short bias mode until we break out of that one triangle that I was talking about, which is actually somewhere in this area. I'm not gonna bring up those things for right now. But yeah, if you're interested in this, just come in and join us. But this is how bitseven cut loss calculates is cut. Hey, and we're in there. It's people in there learning. They're sharing their information. It's a family. It's a group. It's a school. You come in and you can go ahead and kill it. Okay. If you want to change your life, I'm not going to sell you sunshine and roses. This is a difficult thing to do. It's simple. Okay. It's simple to recognize patterns on how they do. Because guess what? If you get used to the patterns that happen on the 1 minute chart, right? You get used to this bark pattern where it barred it down, okay? You get used to a bull flag where things go up, or you see that this one, actually zooming out even more so that you can see that move that happened here. You see that? Where this was an inverse head and shoulders upside down, or I call it the wingman, where it's going to go up. But because it's in a downtrend, it breaks down, okay? It breaks down. This was the other day when it dumped. This is the middle part. This is going up. And I tell the people in there, when it's in a certain trend, whether it's an inverse head and shoulders or it's a regular head and shoulders like this, if this were an uptrend, typically these things just kind of break this neckline and go about halfway before it reverses. I like to get out, even if I think that it's in the trend, unless it just blows through it. SS means sell setup. See, these people are used to the terms that I am using too. That is so great. So yeah, this does look like a. Oh yeah, that's really ugly. Let's reset this chart. Yeah, this is really, really, really ugly. But actually, this looks more like a bull flag that will go there. But it's gonna whip around. This has just happened. I would not me personally be trading this right now, just because the halving just happened and they're gonna try to F people up. So I did all my trading earlier. You saw the timestamps on those. If you're interested, email me below for to join the Discord. You got a 4-hour window. The time is now well, my local time is 3:45 p.m. on May 11th. But you got a 4-hour window, and if we need to, I guess we can extend it to you on the day that you see this. Only it can't be like multiple days. I mean, if you see this, I upload this today. What is today? Monday? Yeah. So Monday, May 11th. If you see it tomorrow on the 12th, I guess I could, or later today on the 11th, actually. So yep, I'm gonna upload this on CocoScope too. So like I said, if my YouTube channel gets taken down by that scammer again, that Oracle guy that says he sees things and he takes down every video that he's wrong on, and threats people in his Discord, kicks people and stuff. We got some people that are in this Discord that have said some things, but I mean, I have never been in there, so I can't confirm those things. But yeah, if you are interested in that, $1,800 one-time fee or a few $100s a month, or the consultation, which is me sharing video. I might do a live trade if it allows. I do custom-made videos for your questions every week if necessary. And we're making sure that if you want the best, the extra 30% that I'm not sharing with everybody else, join that Discord. And so with that being said, I will catch you all on the flip side, and I hope to see you guys, really, because I've been saying this. People have been saying, yeah, it's there. And then other people say, well, it was obvious that it's going to short. No, actually, no matter what, this Telegram has people that have been messing I'm just gonna say it. They've been fucking around and saying all types of stuff to me over and over. And today they are completely silent because I got this dump. They are silent except on days where it pumps. Every time this thing dumps, these same people get wrecked. Most of the people that have claimed that they're teaching people in this Discord, bitseven trading chat Discord, not to say anything about bitseven itself. I'm not saying anything on bitseven, but some of the people in here, they say that they're teaching people, right? And then they say, hey, I got a free Discord, but then they have you use their referral link. Now, I still have you use mine, okay? Because that is supposed to take the monthly fee away in addition to the charge. But um, they are making money telling you bad things. Okay. On another video, I'll show you guys if I need to, and I don't want to. I'm gonna block out the person's name. But if they start attacking me again, I'll show their name directly. But they had one of their students. He used him and his wife's life savings to protect like $2,000 or $3,000 in a trade, which was way too much. The guy's just learning. Okay, he had been wrecked months and months at a time. He joined a free, quote unquote, free Discord where the people make so much off of your commissions they can make a living on. Now that guy is completely silent. He was saying, "Yeah, this pump is yeah." People seem like they can make money on pumps, and then they lose all of it, because they practice bad money management when it dumps, or they make money on the dumps and they lose all of it when it goes in the reverse direction because they don't know when to stop. They don't know how to do their trades correctly. But this guy used an extra $30,000. Not only did he have, I think, $7,000. Okay. So they do this little anti-liquidation thing that they learn from Oracle that really is just an options trading thing that some options traders do. It just, you add in margin to your order. And I got a video here on, I got a video and I might just upload it from my CocoScope over to YouTube too, if you're watching it on YouTube and not CocoScope, about you adding margin. That's what it is, your original money to your order. That's what that is. They say lower leverage on other sites like Binance Futures, bybit, and I'm losing all the names. What the heck? I think it's because I stayed up from Friday, and today's Monday. I literally have not slept too much. I've been taking micro naps and like falling out. So I'm like, my mind is a little bit off as far as the names of some of these exchanges. BitMEX, they allow you to use something called Cross, which allows you to use your entire wallet. Horrible idea though, depending on the size of your trade for that protection. But yeah, so with that being said, look, the guy said it was a good job that one of his students used their entire life savings, that guy and his wife's entire life savings, to protect the petty $2,000. You think that you would be okay using $40,000, okay, $30,000 or $40,000 to protect, okay, to protect your money? And what happens if you're wrong? This person happened to luck out and Bitcoin stopped shorting at the time. Because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, it was over here. This guy went long here, went down here. Oh no, maybe he went long in this one because it didn't go down that much during that time. I just know that he had to hold it for some time. Maybe he went long here. Um, and it immediately dumped against him. But he was holding it. No, he was holding it for some weeks. So maybe he went long thinking it was gonna pop up here, went against him, and yeah, his liquidation was just below this. And if I'm not mistaken, if it hit 62 something, and it'll show it in the picture if I have to post it, he would have been out. This thing went down to 64 something. Do you got the and I'm pretty sure the guy was like, yeah. And he said, yeah, I'll use your strategy. Which is basically the guy was taken from what Oracle puts in his public videos, because these guys don't know anything, other things about trading, and that he calls things different names. Like I call inverse head and shoulders wingman. He calls other things different names to make it entertaining and fun. That's kind of what we do, man. But he takes advantage of low information people to give them bad money management, telling you to use 25% of your account, and then you can instantly deposit more while making it seem like you can win all the time and that he never loses. Simple look at his wallet address will show you, because Bitcoin is public. You can see that when you got his wallet address. So with that being said, and even in his videos where he showed he got liquidated and then claims he never loses. What? Or when he went long with $50,000, $200,000 when Ethereum was at two, and I remember I got liquidated and I got in $2 before him, and it dumped so quickly. I had my margin to add to me so that I would not get liquidated unless it dumped below 218. It dumped so quickly from $228 that day, and it dropped to like 214. There was no way that he would have been able to protect his money. He lost like either between $150,000 to $400,000 in that one trade or something like that. So I don't know what to say. But what I will say is that if you guys learn how to use common sense techniques, common sense trading, you can come in here and you can change your life where you don't have to work a job. Again, you can work through this recession. You can take advantage and make money as the prices go down and as they go up, as long as you are paying attention to where the local levels are, what the patterns are, and what the chart is telling you. Forget the freaking news. Forget all of that hype, because the news is irrelevant 90% plus of the time. They tell you what you want to hear so that they can hype you into it. Because guess what? If you are millions of dollars, hundreds or tens of millions to hundreds of millions of dollars in the crypto market, and when you're in Forex or stocks, you got $1 trillion behind you, with like Fidelity manages trillions of dollars or hundreds of billions of dollars. How the heck do you get in and out when you have billions upon billions, or in crypto, millions upon millions? You have to slowly buy in, slowly sell out. And what are the biggest things for all of these big institutions that have been here since 2011? Bank of America has been creating an exchange since, and now I'm getting onto something else, just to let you guys know. This is extra information. You can leave if you want. But did you know that Bank of America has been trying to create a crypto exchange or something since 20, if I'm not mistaken, 2014, 2013 or something, maybe 2015. You guys can look it up. Give me the exact date and post it up in the comments below. But they've been creating it. They've been trying to patent that for years, 6-7 years. Okay. So Bank of America knew about it. Trust and believe that JP Morgan knew about it, that many big players on Wall Street knew about it, that these billionaires knew about it, because the guy on Shark Tank went on a Canadian TV show to talk about how he put 1% of his net worth in there. And then in 2017, when it was all convenient, they said, oh, yeah, I went to a commencement speech. I might have had $100 in there. I never heard of it before. Some guy told me, some millennial told me. Wait a minute. You mean in 2011, 2012, you were on a Canadian show, the Shark Tank dude, the bald head dude that looks literally like a shark, in my opinion. No offense to him. I think it's just kind of funny. He went up there and he said, yeah, he was describing Bitcoin perfectly, the technical uses of it, the sound money aspects of it. And then later, when it was convenient for him, he said, oh, no, this isn't good. And then after that, after the pump to 20,000, because these people needed liquidity, and all the new suckers, all you new suckers out, just kind of like Oracle, praise on you new suckers that don't know how to trade, that think it's magic money, that thinks you can just instantly go like that, snap your fingers, and then you can do that. Obviously, he can do it based on you giving him money, right? And just like these guys, they need liquidity. Liquidity means how easy the flow of money is to exchange the equal value. So if you were to get a house, it's not as liquid because it takes a long time to find a buyer. And then you have to negotiate the pricing. But it's very liquid to go into US dollars, into many other things, right? You can buy a candy bar and sell it the candy bar at about the equal price very quickly. But that's liquidity. These big whales and everything, they need liquidity. So they're going to sell you on the dream of a halvening, of a hard fork, and all this other stuff. So all of you guys FOMO in, because they start the pump. They start the pump with their money. And then they sell you the things and say, oh, this thing dumped because of this reason. It doesn't matter the reason for the dump. It could be random as hell. Just like the COVID-19 was the reason that the economy is crashing. No, the economy was going to crash, and they gave you a reason because it was already there. It was baked in before the S&P 500 stuff over here. right here, it was already, look at the velocity of these trades. The volume started to slow down. Okay, this is in January. The volume is already slowing down. The speed in which these pumps were happening was slowing down. And I said, wait a minute, we're reaching the end. We're going into an area we were previously in for a while, what you guys call resistance, I call supply. So common sense tells you we're most likely going to freaking dump. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's how simple trading is. Now, the emotional aspect. Now, where would you have shorted? Where would you have gone long? Where would you have taken profit? How much leverage are you using? Are you using 100x max leverage? Are you okay with getting liquidated? I had enough money that I protect myself to about 11,000. I put a lot on the line to, for these shorts here. So I'm just trying to say that to you guys as a quick thing. You need to be able to see through these guys that are trying to take advantage of you and that are trying to use you, that they're trying to distract you. Yes, XRP for some people are shit coins. There are other things that are pieces of crap maybe here, right? But guess what? Ripple is making partnerships, and I'm not calling XRP a shit token. Ripple, the company, is making partnerships. Has former President Bill Clinton, has the former Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, if I'm not mistaken, have endorsed them. Though Christine Lagarde of the IMF, former French politician, if I'm not mistaken, French. Now she's the IMF president or whatever of that, which is the World Bank, essentially, World Central Bank. And then all of these other ones, all these institution banks, SBI Holdings and everything. You just got to admit and get your biases out. If you are a trader, you're in this for the money. You're not in this for a favorite competition. I'm not particularly a fan of Ripple and the non-privacy aspects of it, but Bitcoin is a private itself, so who cares, right? If you're in here to trade, which is what this channel is about, we're about scalping for the most part and some swing trades. You can do a good one trade a month, 2 trades a month, or like even a few trades a year if you have a large enough money and you get that trade correct. If you short it here, even on some 5x leverage, and you were able to short 10,000, you risked a stop loss, and let's just say you got out at 86 or 85, which would be the logical point. You got a 14% times, so you got 14 times 5, okay, minus fees. 14 times 5. Let's do the math. That's 20, that's 5, that's 70%. 70% gain, whatever that is. If that was $10,000, you got an extra 7,000. Okay. Now, if you use 100x leverage, that's 1,400% profit. That's 15 times your profit. Okay. 15 times, or 14x technically, but you would multiply your number by 15 to get your total number. Okay. So if you are able to get these and you get them right, and you notice that we stalled here. We stalled around 10,000. Okay. If you didn't get it at 10,000, you said, hey, we're going to short there. Not at least already dumped earlier. Yep. It already did dump. Yeah. So, yeah, it looks like a bull flag on the 5 minute. So yeah, we just look at these patterns. That's all it is. And I'll talk to you guys later. I'm finished, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.